Hello Libra, welcome to your full moon in Scorpio reading. So before we get started, I want to go ahead and let everybody know that I'm not accepting any readings this week. And if you're wanting a personal reading, go ahead and contact me to set one up like next week or the week after, okay? I'm taking my own advice and I'm just practicing some self-care this week, okay? So let's see, there's a really big message for you here today, Libra. So let's go ahead and dive in. So what I have for you is that there's definitely some lingering energy. And just so you know, like with the Scorpio full moon, like what's in your subconscious will be rising during this time. And we have the option to either face it and process it or to not, and then later repeat the cycle. So, okay. I do feel like there was a situation in your life that was really super heavy. It was burdensome. It really dragged you down. But the good news is that it came out, the 10 of Wands came out in reverse. So you are on the other side of that. I do feel like there are some aspects of it that you're still hanging on to. And what I'm kind of getting is that you want justice. Yeah, you, I feel like you being a Libra, you know, you have a lot of integrity and you're an honest person, and you know, you may want other people to be the same way. I was actually just talking to a Libra about this, and it's interesting that it just came through in this reading. But I definitely feel like, you know, you may not even be fully aware of it, to be honest with you. It's like, it's almost like it's in hiding, this notion or this feeling that you want somebody to do what's right, you know? Like you want them to balance the scales because you're not going to do it. You know, it's like I'm kind of feeling like you're apprehensive about whether or not you even want to talk to somebody, but you know you want them to do what's right, okay? And so you do, again, you have like this hangman energy, and you have the 2 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands to clarify that. So like I was saying, it's like you're really debating whether or not you want to talk with somebody, whether or not you even want to hear them out, but like at the same time, you want them to do the right thing. And I kind of feel like you've worked really hard to gain your sense of balance, and it's like you don't really want any interaction with this person to knock you off of your balance, you know? You're kind of like perched up here, you know, practicing perfect balance, you know, and it's like juggling a lot in your life, you know, with this person juggling right here, or whatever. This is a very interesting contraption that this person is holding. But either way, it takes an incredible amount of skill and balance to be able to juggle so much in your life and to not fall, okay? And it's like, I feel like the reason why you're apprehensive about this is because there's something about this situation with this person that just knocks you off track. And I just feel like you're really starting to recognize your peace, and you're wanting to stay in that peace, you know? So your goddess energy is Oba, and this is domesticity, and I always have a hard time saying that word. But look at this. Look at her face. She's so zen. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is where you're at, and you're just like, I don't know, you know, I don't know if I want to confront this issue because I feel like it's gonna knock me out of my peace, my zen state, you know? But like at the same time, it's like part of you is still hanging on to the fact that you feel like they need to do what's right. So I do feel like, though, you have the Tower card, but the Tower card clarified the Judgment card, sorry. And so this is about awareness, right? This is like coming to, this is epiphanies and revelations, and they both are representations of that kind of energy. It's just a different approach, right? This is more of a, like, you wake up from a dream and you're like, whoa, like I see things differently. This is more of like environmental factors in your life kind of trigger the energy which can propel you into awakening or propel you into the victim state of mind. So it's just like they're similar but not quite the same, right? But because they're together, I do feel like there are some environmental factors that are going to be triggering for you. But I do see that you're going to, reach a higher awareness about it, like almost like you're not going to allow it to throw you off. And even though that seems to be the fear that you have or the concern, I don't really see it as a fear so much as a concern. Okay, that may be the concern that you have, but it's like you've really worked hard to gain your footing, and even though it's a triggering situation, you're not going to allow it to throw you off. So, and it's completely reasonable that you may have some trepidation about oh my gosh, I live next to a freeway. I'm so sorry. Anyway, it's completely reasonable that you have some trepidation, but just know that like the work that you've done to gain your footing and to keep your peace is going to, keep you stable through this process. All right. Even though it may be a little triggering, which is to be expected with the Scorpio full moon. Okay. So here's your shadow energy though, which this is really interesting for shadow energy. You have the healing card and you have the king, which is the King of Cups, I believe. It may be the Queen, but I think it's the King. And then you have harmony, which this is the Ten of Cups. And so the way that I'm seeing this is that you could still have a lot of love for somebody, or that they have a lot of love for you. And like maybe you're just really wanting some harmony in your life with this person, but at the same time, you really don't want them to get too involved in your life because, again, you do not want to be, thrown out of balance. But I do feel like you've allowed yourself to really grow emotionally. Like you've reached the point of self-mastery, and so you're just feeling really secure on an emotional and even spiritual level, right? And it's so interesting because these dolphins came out for Taurus too, and I just, for whatever reason, like yesterday, I just knew that I was supposed to wear my double dolphin necklace, and this also came out for Libra. So anyway, that's pretty cool. So I definitely am seeing this as like Venusian energy, which doesn't even surprise me in the least because so many planets are in Taurus right now, or so many placements are in Taurus, and that's Venusian energy. And so I definitely see that that's coming through for you. The Empress is on the bottom of the deck, okay? And you're also coming in as your highest vibrational self, which is the Justice card, okay? And so you definitely have a lot of Venus energy here. And I think that what this means as far as your shadow energy goes is just to allow the healing to take place. Don't try to stop it and halt it and say no. Don't allow your trepidation to interfere. Just allow the healing to take place, because what I'm getting is that it's not quite what you're thinking it's going to be. And I also say that because you have the Instinct card. So it's like you're really needing to trust your instincts. You may be needing to get in touch with your intuition right now and really listen to yourself, which, you could do through meditation, getting out in nature, that kind of thing. It's the perfect time to get out in nature during Taurus season. So, okay. Let's see here. You have a pretty big message. Okay, I'm going to start with this. So you have the Queen of Wands here in the Art of Seduction. Yay. I mean, this is exciting. I definitely feel like you have taken this experience that you've gone through and you've allowed yourself to, use it for... Okay, look, you have all this fire energy, right? And fire is a very healing force, right? But it can also be a very seductive force. And so I think I was talking about another sign. It's very similar. Like this energy that you've had, this healing energy, is making you very attractive right now to people, and maybe not just on a romantic intimate level, but just in general, because people are attracted to the healing that has taken place in your life and the energy that you are emitting. And when you have, I mean, my goodness, you have this as your shadow energy. So you've obviously gone through a lot of healing, and your vibration is really increasing during this time. You do seem to have had a lot of self-awareness and a lot of recovery. Okay. You also have renewal. So that's your energy right here. I mean, you're just shining, right? Okay, let's see. I feel like as a result of that, with this art of seduction, you do have some people who are interested in you. I will say that. Because you have the Lover's card, you have the Ace of Cups, you have the Four of Wands, and you also have the King and Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck over here. I mean, you know, I definitely feel like you might be sort of surprised that this is coming your way, or maybe not. The thing about it is that your manifestations are coming true. I do feel like it's going to be very sudden. You know, it's going to be just out of nowhere. You don't really expect it, but it's because you are having all these revelations about yourself and all this healing. Sorry, I had an alarm. You're having all these revelations about yourself and all this healing that is occurring. And because of that, it increases your vibration and it attracts that to you. So you have this very like beautiful energy, the Lover's card, the Ace of Cups, and the Four of Wands, which is, you know, this looks like, it looks like a really happy, romantic partnership. And when you have the King and Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck, actually the King of Cups is on the bottom of a different deck too. I definitely feel like it's somebody that has a lot of affection for you, and it seems to be equally reciprocal, okay? Because you have this. So it's very stable and secure. And I feel like it was like you had to go through this process in order for you to decide what your values are, and to decide what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and to increase your vibration by loving yourself and, you know, healing. And then therefore now the universe listens and, you know, brings that same matching energy to you. Okay. I definitely feel like I forgot about these cards. See, I feel like these cards go with this Queen of Wands. You have perseverance and you have strength. And so you really relied on your tenacity and your resiliency to propel you forward. And see, the Queen of Wands, she transmutes. She takes her good and tough experiences and she uses them she uses them in her creativity, number one. She uses them to propel her forward. She uses them in her self-awareness of herself. And she becomes very like magnetic through this process, like I was saying, because people see this and they're like, wow, like you went through all of this and look at you now. You know what I mean? And like I said, it can be very seductive. So you also have the Star card, and the Star card, look, see, the Star card can be like wishing on a star, but additionally, this person has the star on their wand. And this is you manifesting. You're like, I have the wand in my hand. I don't just wish on stars. I bring it to me, okay? And that's you like mastering your own destiny. I feel like you have nature's timing. So it's like things happen, you know, when they happen when they're supposed to, when the time is right. It's not always right when we think it's going to happen. And so you may have wanted these things to happen sooner, but you had some processing that you had to go through before that happened. You also have write it down. So if you're not already writing your manifestations start writing them. And let me tell you, like, it really works. I've been able to manifest several things recently just because of my daily commitment to writing things down. And I say it as if it's already mine, right? You know, I know that it's already mine. And that's what this is. It's like you already know what's yours. I definitely feel like I was saying it's going to be a bit of surprise whenever you hear that somebody likes you, or you know, maybe they're just really invested in you, but I definitely feel like it's going to be for the better, because you have the Wheel of Fortune. Like, it's something that is going to be for your highest good. Okay. And for some of you, you may have waited a really long time, even when you have this Star card. Like, you may have been wishing for it for a long time, but you, like I said, you had a lot of things that you were going through. So practice gratitude, be mindful, and remember that all is connected. And whenever you do that, like I said, whenever you are aware of yourself, you're aware of your vibration, you know, and you are living in love and forgiveness and grace, you are attracting that to you. And this can be especially difficult if you have somebody that you resent, okay? Like I said back here, this 10 of Wands in reverse, the 4 of Pentacles, somebody that, you know, you feel like they need to do what's right. Sending them love and grace is extending that to yourself, okay? Because we're all connected, and I understand that that can be really difficult to do, and that could be part of like what you're tossing around right now, and you know, trying to shift your perspective so that you can do that. And take your time. Like, don't try to be perfect. Like, you know, it's all about progress, not perfection, okay? And sometimes it takes us a lot of healing in order to be able to extend that grace to somebody, especially when we don't believe that they deserve it, okay? But look, you have this negativity card. Do not allow the negativity to take over, you know, and the negativity is your distorted view of your wounds, okay? And a distorted view of the wound is to hang on to, like, you hurt me and you did this and, you know, all of that. Shift your perspective to the opportunity, okay? Like, what you gained from the circumstance, which, like I said, can be very difficult, and I know, okay? And that's why writing is so important, because if you write, like, in a shadow work journal, and you process that for, like, you know, 5 to 15 minutes, and then you go over to a gratitude journal and you write, like, what you've gained, you know, what is, you know, occurred within you, you know, on a spiritual, emotional, vibrational level as a result of you letting go of this, or the universe taking it away from you, you know, and put your attention over here on, like, all your growth and your abundance and your renewal. That not only keeps your vibration high, okay, and it helps you to live in love and to forgive, okay, but it's like it releases you from all that baggage, all right? And that, like, in the long run, keeps you high in your vibration and attracts, like I said, it attracts people to you who are capable and who do the kinds of things that you do. And, you know, you get the justice, you know, you get the good karma, okay? Because you're not hanging on so much to the negative aspects of what has happened, okay? So live in gratitude. All right. But definitely process your stuff. I'm not telling you not to. I'm not a toxic positivity person. That's why I believe it's important to process. And then it's important to look at what you gained as well. Okay. So I do believe that that's all that I have for you here. Yeah, that looks like that's all. So, I mean, you're right on time. Like, you're right on track. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and it looks like you're headed in the right direction, because, like I said, you have this amazing, you have Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, Ace of Cups, 4 of Wands, the Star. Like, you have amazing energy. Ten of Cups, the King of Cups. Okay, do I need to even go on? No, because now you know. Like, you know that you've done an incredible amount of work and healing, and because of that, the universe has listened. Okay, so that's all I have for Libra, and I'm going to do Sagittarius next, I think. All right, bye. Y'all have a good day.